in control of? Is it the banks or the small speculators? If you're long and you see the rest of the world is long, you're probably not on the right side of the market, or it's time to get out of the trade. You've probably been in that winning trade too long. Now, the structure of setting up a trade. You gotta, and I've talked about this many times in this course, you gotta identify yourself as a trader and what the trade is and how you're gonna enter it. Are you gonna be a swing trader, a day trader? You know, and a swing trader is a trade that lasts 2 to 5 days. Is it a position trade? Once you acknowledge what your objective is and what your goals are, then you can narrow your expectations. If I know that I'm only going to be in the trade for the next 5 or 6 hours, or the US session, or if I know that I have to go to work, or if I know that I can't manage the trade entirely, you know, through a lot of these trading platforms, you can obviously place stops. You can place hard stops. You know, you want, as soon as you get into a trade, especially a day trade, place a stop close only, but then managing the trade, are you going to carry it overnight? Are you going to, you know, go to work, come back, and maybe you're still in the trade. Maybe you balanced out a half your position or scaled out of a portion of your position. You've got to ask yourself, what's going to hinder your trading? What time constraints do you personally have on the market? Since Forex offers 24-hour trading, there's some great times to trade, and there's some lull times that you shouldn't trade, that you're going to see those sideways channels. Are you going to be awake to trade those, and how are you going to trade them? Using pivot points will help give you a gauge or a guide as to what the potential range might be of a given time frame, such as the month or the week, and then, of course, the day. But if you can identify what you are as a trader, you can probably grasp your expectation of what the trade will give you. So, you know, for a day trader, I generally am able to identify what the average range for the day is. And as a day trader, I probably am not going to be able to pick the bottom every time. You know, with a high close doji, with that HCD trigger to go long, I mean, you and I have seen a lot of examples. There's no way we're picking the bottom. And we're letting the market ride. We're not selling the top either. So if I miss 20% of the bottom and if I miss 20% of the top, then I can only capture maybe 60% of the average daily range. Well, what does that mean? If the average daily range is 100 pips, you're only going to get 60 pips every day if you have a good day. What if the average daily pip is only, or the average daily range is only 80 pips? Well, you can only expect that possibly 60% of that would only be around 45 to 50 pips. So you're looking for setups, you're looking for conditions, like a downtrend to reverse to go into an uptrend. You're looking for a signal to trigger to go long. That high close doji is that signal, and capturing and utilizing the MACD studies or stochastics can help confirm that entry. Now, how do you start trading? Well, first you got to open up a Forex account. Next, you obviously need to practice the platform, not just with real money. You need and practice trading. You need to practice that platform. Every platform, every company has different icons, different idiosyncrasies, and there's just different nuances within every order entry platform. So you need to get a demo account, practice, bang it up, break it. I always say that to all my students. Try to break a system. If you can't break it, you'll learn how to use it. Don't be afraid of it. Go at and use one of those demo accounts to learn how to practice the system itself for each individual brokerage firm that you deal with. Then maybe utilize a system such as what I've been teaching you and back test it yourself, and maybe go through a lot of these signals. And if you get the Genesis software, or if you are interested in my plugin, by all means, if you're interested in getting the Genesis, we'll give you a 30-day trial for it. It's not a something that's going to set you back by any stretch of the imagination. You can actually set up your own program, look for these setups yourself, and here's how you want to set up your computer, whether you're using any software out there. There's a lot of great software packages. What I use for day trading is this. I immediately set up all my charts for 5 and 15 minute. 5 is at the top, 15 is at the bottom. Now, I trade various markets. I trade futures, I trade Forex, I watch the various markets, and I use those 2 time increments for my day trading. Now, if I'm looking to hold a position as a swing trader, remember we went through this in the beginning of the presentation about a 60-minute daily, weekly, so you want to look for those as well. Here's what my screen would look like with the Genesis Trade Navigator with my proprietary software plugin.